We're on Kingdom Rush episode 3 of hard mode, and I'm just going to show you guys more upgrades. Rain of Fire all the way. Rain of Fire is my favorite upgrade to get, so I'm going to go and get those first. We'll go over here, play the third level, which is Pagras on hard. And to the battle. So this level is actually a little bit on the more difficult side, and then what I'm actually going to do, which you guys might not actually completely agree with, or what I've been saying in the past might not completely agree with, which is Dwarven Bombard. I'm going to start off the Dwarven Bombard, get one Archer Tower here and one Archer Tower here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because Goblins, of course, are pretty good versus a bunch of arrows. Even though they're not fantastic versus them, they are decent versus them. I'm going to start the round here. Of course, as soon as you get reinforcements, start putting them down. They're going to help out as much as possible, and they come back every 10 seconds, so we can get some guys back here pretty soon. And like I said, I'm not going to go over like every single possibly thing that could ever possibly happen in this game, because I feel like if we're watching this walkthrough, we should have already beaten medium. So you guys should be reasonable players by now instead of just random craptastic players. If you haven't seen my medium walkthroughs, go and check those out. And we're going to actually send out the next wave, which is Orcs and Goblins. So Orcs usually are not that hard to kill. With even some random archers. So I'm actually going to get one mage tower though. I'm actually going to put it over here though. And the reason why I'm going to put it here is because I feel like I can actually block guys off over back here if I need to, and this can attack up here and in the back, so it gets kind of a good differential section where we can attack. So now I'm sending out the next wave because I'm actually expecting to rain of fire these wolves. I'm going to block off quite a few of these wolves to help out doing some damage, and then I'm going to use my rain of fire pretty darn soon here on this big bunch of everything over here. And that should help out quite a bit. I'm actually just going to get a barracks as well and block these guys off. And we just block those guys off just in time here. And you know how I said don't really get barracks too often? Yeah, don't get them all the time. But just one low-level barracks is not that expensive. It's really not that bad. So we're going to get another Archer Tower here. And what you're noticing is I'm getting quite a few towers here that aren't very highly upgraded. And that's the way I like to start off my battles, because first of all, it gets everything situated for the rest of the game. And second of all, upgrading towers is kind of expensive. Like, you don't get twice as much damage for upgrading this guy to 110 tower. So realistically, you're kind of saving money and getting more attack power by not upgrading them. You're kind of just wasting, not really wasting space, but actually using your space more efficiently by upgrading these towers, and that's why they cost more money. And one thing that I would like to mention just about the Rain of Fire is that I know it's my favorite, and let me explain that really fast. Rain of Fire, the reason why I use it so effectively and why I like it so much is because you can send out the raids early, you get more gold, and you get your Rain of Fire back. So it's like there's no way you could possibly like have something bad happen with that. Now we got the next thing up, which is Orcs. So I'd like to get some magic up here pretty soon. We'll see how much money I actually have. But I think I have my Rain of Fire back, so I can just Rain of Fire the Orcs if I need to. No big deal here, guys. We're on wave 6 out of 11, so we're going really fast here. You know, we can just actually send out the next wave here because it's just Goblins, Orcs, and Shamans. So I'm going to stall these guys a little bit, and hopefully we'll stall these guys long enough so we can actually get the Rain of Fire to all come back right over here all at once. Now, Shamans can be a little bit of a problem for one reason, that they heal people. They heal people, that's what they do. So I'm actually going to Rain of Fire these guys, send out the next wave. We should clear up quite a few guys here, and what I'm going to do is, the best way to kill the Shamans is actually to stall them really, really well. So you're going to notice that I'm going to stall these Shamans with my reinforcements. And hopefully these low-level Archer Towers in the beginning will actually be able to take them out fairly easily. I'm not getting really any crazy upgrades for any of my towers. If you notice my Dwarven Bombard, I could actually get some upgrades for them, but I don't really feel like it's necessary. So I'm actually not going to send out the next wave for this time. I'm going to wait and let these Shamans die. That's the plan. I really don't want these Shamans to start healing everybody and start doing random things. So I need to get some towers attacking them, and I separated the Orcs from the Shamans, which is going to help me out quite a bit. But the only thing you want to watch out for is like the next wave coming out and everybody just bunching up together and Shaman's healing a bunch of people. So I'm actually going to stop these guys, and we're actually going to probably Rain of Fire all these guys all at once if we can. So one Shaman is down. I'd like to kill the other one. We'll see what happens. And I got quite a few upgrades for all these towers here. I'm actually going to get another Archer Tower and an upgrade for this tower. So now there's another Shaman here, so I'm actually going to stall the crap out of him. And the other Shaman's dead, so all these Archer Towers are doing fairly well. Send out the next wave, why not? It's only wave 9, and we got a Rain of Fire, so we can just beat out tons of giant groups of guys. If you notice, really not a lot of Mage Towers going here, guys. At the beginning of here, some of these earlier levels, you really don't need very many Magic Towers. So just stalling the shaman again. Of course, big bunches of guys over here, so we're probably going to have to rain of fire them in just a little bit, especially if there's any shamans around. So there's 3 shamans kind of like right in this area, so I'm going to rain of fire them, and I killed all 3 shamans. And now we can actually just build a couple random towers here to help finish up the last of these orcs over here. So orcs and goblins. One thing that I forgot to mention about the last game here is the way to tell of how strong these guys are and how well that they can deal with magic, or how much armor they have to deal with arrows. And the way to check on that is just to click on them, and then in the little bottom right area over here, you'll actually see either a shield that is gray or like a blue shield. And it tells you what type of armor they have. Most enemies, I think, have about none armor or just low armor where it really doesn't matter too much, but some actually do have quite a bit of armor, and in that case, you have to watch out what you're dealing with. Like these guys, they have slight armor versus magic. I think it's medium armor. Oh, it's high armor. So when you have high armor versus magic, that means you gotta kill them with arrows. And if you have high armor versus... I'd really like to kill that shaman. Sweet, we killed him. And if you have high armor versus like arrows, then you have to kill them with magic. Hopefully I didn't say the same thing twice. Just know that's vice versa and opposite. Okay, because I kind of just got lost in my thoughts there, so hopefully I'm not acting all stupid and sounding all stupid for you guys. So the next wave is coming up, wave 11, we got a rain of fire, we got reinforcements, let's just start placing things down. And the one thing that I forgot that I should have probably done is actually waited on my reinforcements, because if there's shamans coming, which I'm assuming that there is shamans coming, I need to kind of stall them as much as possible, or keep them away from all of my other units. You want to keep them away from your other units as much as possible. So just upgrade all of your units. I pretty much have my max money like spent on everything. Of course I could upgrade this bombard tower, really not necessary at all. And what I'm going to do is, let's see, any shamans coming out? I didn't check, I should have. The smart thing to do would be to check. Here we go, shamans coming out. Gotta keep them away from everything. That's the plan here. And I can just rain of fire these shamans and this giant bunch of group of enemies right here. Do quite a bit of damage to those guys, and then just stall whatever's in front. And that should be pretty much game, set, and match right there. I don't think anything could possibly kill us. Upgrade our magic a little bit, and we're set. Even though shamans, I mean, now we're just dealing with goblins, which goblins die really, really fast, and shamans will not be able to deal with anything over here. And like I said, shamans are the real problem with this level, and in most levels, shamans are a big deal. You gotta be careful with them. So that's all I got for this episode, guys. Of course, if you want to press like for me, much appreciated. If you haven't subbed yet, go ahead and do that, and more episodes will come your way soon.